Okay. All right. All right. I've had to completely redo my audio, my overlay, everything. So if anything is wonky or I'm too loud, let me know. I did my best to try to copy everything over one for one, but just in case. Yeah. Gonna try this out. See how it goes. I have beat the art block, so we'll see if I can get some of these see if I can get some of these finished. So this one's mostly done. I need to shade her hair. That one's the big one we're working on. And this one, I accidentally did like most of it painterly style, so I think I'm just gonna lean into that and just sketch on top where I need to. The hair's bold enough, I think without an outline it's not an issue, but I might need it here and there on the outfit, especially like where she's got some stitching on her I don't know, her outfit flap. Her collar. I'm not sure exactly what part of the outfit that is. Alright. So yeah, and then we'll go and bounce between seeing if I can get anything done for this one. I made it over the people face. I feel like that one's pretty good, and then yeah, we'll see. This is the workload I've kind of picked out for today, trying to see what I can get finished, and we'll see what I can push through. I just need a coffee dispenser. Alright, so I'm gonna order them at the top. There we go. And so I don't think all right. That's just such an interesting result for the shading. I keep trying to decide what I want with it. Okay, so this for now, then some up here, so let's go ahead, soften it up. Okay, not quite what I wanted. Okay. What is today? It's Wednesday. It's in my title. My futile attempt to keep track of what day of the week it is. Alright. On this one. I've been feeling really stuck just with my art style and how I've been shading stuff, so I'm seeming a little unsure of what I'm doing. It's because I'm kind of playing around trying some different stuff. Oops, what? Did not pick up the correct correct shade. Alright, here we go. And what else? Let's do some of this, I guess. So I'm trying to kind of bring some backlight in. Let's see if I can. I love shading metal though, it's kind of insanity. You like scribble some light tones, like give it some striations, maybe add a bit of like bounced light, and then there you go. It's shiny. How? I don't know, but it works. I'm looking more over at how it looks over here than I am at how it looks where I'm actually shading it. When I started doing that, it actually made life a lot better. I was really bad. I'm still really bad. I'm a perfectionist at heart, and it's hard to just let stuff go sometimes. But even worse than just spending too much time on something is when you spend too much time on something only for it to look like absolute crap when you zoom out and you go, wow, what'd I do with the last half hour? This is horrible. Hey Deathlight, how's it going? The yeah, it's Alright, let's see. That should actually be pretty much left in shadow. Top part. I wouldn't be getting that much light. Yeah. It's kind of metallic. Alright. Also, I do my best to keep my train of thought, but since I'm trying to draw, once in a while I do a goldfish and I totally forget entirely what I was trying to talk about, so if you want to hear me continue my ramble, just nudge me if I forgot it, and if it wasn't that interesting and it's lost to the ages anyways, that's fine. I just kind of grab thoughts as I'm drawing. A lot of my processing power goes to just trying to figure out the shapes. And it's taken a little bit to kind of get used to, really to get used to talking to chat while drawing again without it being overly distracting. I definitely still get easily distracted. But, like Wednesday, I was really kind of goofing around and, talking with chat a lot, but I was also really struggling with art block, and so being interactive was a way that helps me, like,
take some of the pressure off and just kind of have fun and take those breaks so I'm not just smashing my face into my tablet frustrated. It tends to not have very good results. But I'm slowly getting better. The difficult part is that I can't see chat while I'm looking down. So, it's like I have to look up in between. So it's sometimes I feel like maybe it seems like I'm ignoring the chat. I'm really not trying to. I have to look at what I'm drawing to draw, but I think that's fairly understood. It's different than like the Pokemon streams on Twitch where it's easier for me to like well, no, because I talk to chat and that's when my Pokemon die. But we won't talk about that right now. We'll save that for Friday. We're busy cleaning trash. I want to add maybe a little bit here, reflecting off here. I don't know if that's gonna look, but we're trying it. It's the fun thing about digital art. I can just fucking Control Z and be like, ah, it looks like shit. Let's try again. It's just, it's a lot of trial and error, and you have to realize you have to get through the error parts and persevere, and that's, you know, it's not so bad. Is this too shiny? We've hit chrome. We have hit chrome! No, I don't know. I think it looks okay. Oh, I remember what I was rambling about. It can be too easy to like zoom in all the way on stuff and just get like stuck into the micro details, and then you zoom out and you see it sucks. And it's super frustrating because you spent all that time. So I started making sure I have a larger frame over here where I can take a look at stuff in a zoomed out. Like, no matter how close I'm zoomed in over here, I can still see how whatever I shade looks up over there. And it helps. Alright, what do we got here? So there's the metal. I think I need to do her gem. Yeah, let's do the purple next. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. That's gold, not silver. Wah. Let's see if I can do this. Shift plus, yep. Okay. Just gonna cut this right across between there and then go Control U and change the hue to something that's more yellow gold. And turn up the saturation. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. And on that note, I think I made, actually this is pretty dark for what it's supposed to be. But I shaded it before I made sure it was the right color. Once again, the great part of digital art. There are tools. Alright, that looks a lot better. Alright. Okie dokie. Oh, I didn't add the facet on the front? Well, I'll do it now. All right. Oh, wait, what's it do? Oh, these connect? Oh, wait. What? So the bottom of this comes up and it comes out and it kind of connects to this. But did I fuck it up? I don't know. No, that looks lopsided. No. What does that mean? This needs to come down more? Oh, come on. Ooh, am I gonna redraw it or leave it alone? Oh, it's bugging me. I don't want to spend too much time redoing it, but... We'll see. Thing is, they never told me to fix the piece here, so I'm assuming how it was fine, but now that I'm trying to like shade it and stuff, it's not even. Now it's bugging me. Still looks uneven. I want to do that. I think I'm just making it look more uneven. Alright, so I'm just gonna see if I can leave it alone. I'm only making it worse. Okay. That was on the wrong layer. Good job. Alright, it's driving me nuts. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can kind of rebuild some of the underlying structures and rework some of this, because it just doesn't feel like it's even. That's okay. Sometimes when you step away from something and you come back to it, you'll see it with like fresh eyes and you're like, oh. And you'll pick out stuff that you couldn't really see as well before. Alright, let's see. Okay. And at least I think I think I identified what was bugging me about it, so. Now, let's go over. Bring this down lower. Connect a bit lower. This one needs to maybe... There. And that's what's underneath. Look all right. This bit, or not, destroy everything. Okay, and then yeah, this. Good enough for me. I think that definitely made it more even, and I am a lot happier. That still looks too high. Here we go. Yeah. Bottom of the crystal. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to fix, and I did it on the wrong layer. We'll do it on the right one this time. That should help. Alright. So, now let's go fix whatever little bits of shading on the metal I need. I feel like that looks a lot better. Took a second to like think about it, but it was worth it. Alright, so actually that looks really cool. I don't even want to change that. Like when I say random mash of like shadows and lines, I guess that's it, because that looks so cool. Okay. So, go on to this. Little darker. Around, there we go. That's so much better. Okay. And this one's gonna be my brighter ones that are catching the light. Cool. So now for one of my favorite things, we're gonna like try to make some of this bounced around here. So I'm gonna add a little bit. All right. I'm just gonna how this goes. Just like the metal, I'm kind of still at a phase where kind of just play around with where I put the highlights and the lowlights. I want to do some more studies and get better at it because it's been a long time. I feel like you can always go and like brush up on something. Like you can study it, but you need to revisit things every once in a while because just over time it's not as fresh in your brain. And I don't like how this looks, so I think it's time. So I'm just gonna grab a quick reference real fast. I can find God. No. Ah. Okay. I'm trying to find a similar gemstone cut, but I put in a diamond shaped gemstone and it's just a bunch of like how to draw diamonds. That's not what I wanted. Oh, you know what? I got something here. File, open. And we'll go see if we can roll around in my reference folder. There's a ton of goodies in there. Where did I put them is the big one. Ooh, a good one on how to shade metal, but I'm looking for how to shade shine. Don't tell me I'm SOL. I am. I don't have a good ref for it. Alright, well, sad day. I'll just pick at it till it looks good. And if not, I'll look for a ref off stream. It's okay to come back around to stuff sometimes. That's why I like to rotate between a few different things. That way, I tend to not get burnt out if I hit something I'm struggling with, and I can kind of give myself time to work through the problem kind of in the background while I do still get other stuff accomplished. So once in a while, I just have to find like the right reference. I'm not happy with this at all. Okay. We'll try again later. All right. So she's got much darker, deeper royal purple pauldron. I don't know if they're pauldrons or shoulder pads. They look like pauldrons. Oops. There. Go brighter and a little bit further over and shade this with. And I'm trying to figure out, she's kind of lit from the back, so there's not as much light on the top of her shoulder. She's kind of blocking that out. Should be coming kind of below and around. I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm just trying something new with lighting because the heck, why not? I like to make myself suffer just a little bit. That's how you grow as an artist. You just gotta get out of your comfort zone sometimes. Alright, so what happens if I it looks like got too much light coming in on the metal part. Like this should be a lot darker. And it should get brighter down here. Okay. Get rid of this and just add the darker. Oh. I'm just gonna keep it. I really like it. Every time I get rid of it, it's just like it's already hitting so many spots I like. So why why get rid of it if it's so good? I do feel like pin out the highlights on her chest though. Gosh. I just have to like stare at this, make eye contact with the drawing, and try to figure out what to do with it. Be fun to see a picture with all the different textures and lighting of metals just as a person that works with metals. Ooh. I've seen a lot of studies like that. I should do one. I should just do like oh my god, my brain just completely stopped working. Do studies. So like instead of just always doing gesture drawings or the like once in a while grabbing things to do a what you call it? Oh, come on. There we go. can't get this to work. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that should be fixed now. Okay, and the only thing I can really do here, let's see about adding highlights. Okay. I'll see about fixing the stream music too. There should be a way that basically I think same way on Twitch where I can listen to my drawing music but also have it not record to the VOD. We'll see if we can do that here. Because I'm definitely missing my drawing tunes. Alright, so... guess I can't really see her collarbones. This portion of her face is pretty much in a decent shadow, so there's not really a lot to add there. I think I just have to shade the gemstone. Alright, let's try one more time then. See if I can do this. I'm just struggling with what direction to have the reflections on the facets go. Okay. Sorry, if I get quiet, it's because I'm using all of my brain cells. If I were a computer, you'd hear my fans running on full. I'm just gonna not add any of the reflections. Do some basic. I'm trying to like, I don't know, I need some kind of motivator, not just like, I don't know. Like, I love doing commissions, that's not it. I just struggle really hard with doing any sort of personal art in the form of drawing. So I've just, I think stumbling across like cosplay TikToks, I'm just like, I just miss crafting stuff. And I'm like, all right, I want to build something, but I don't know what. That's the hard part, is I just don't know what. It's not that I can't. I have some extra foam. I've got some of my supplies organized. I'm starting to get all my shit together, and I'm like, I totally could try to figure out how to build something, but I don't even know what I would want to build. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do a planeswalker. And then there's like a bajillion planeswalkers, and I'm like, which one? Okay. Um, I don't know. We're getting closer. This angle wouldn't really have that much shit to reflect though, it's dark. Alright. Alright, so I think I can probably go ahead and call this one good for now. I'm just gonna come back for the make sure the shiny bits are good later. But I think everything else is pretty good and I'm happy with. Go ahead and save this. And I'll move on to the next one. And I'm trying to figure out the outfit here. Although, oh. Dude. I just spilled water everywhere. Pardon me. While I go grab a towel. Thankfully, I just picked up all my notes off the table this morning, so there's nothing to destroy, but I got a lake now. BRB? Okay. Um, thank you for your patience. And that's why sealed beverages are the best. I don't know how else to put it. It's just been really, really hot. And so I think I left my water bottle in the car when we ran errands. And I just forgot to get rid of the water cup I've had in here. And get back to my sealed container. Okay. So, what am I trying to do here? Trying to work out her shirt, I think. Everything else is doing pretty good. I really like her hair. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Where can I move this so I can still see? There we go. Alright, let's do a sketch of what's going on with her shirt so I can maybe have any idea what I'm trying to do with it. Oh god, you've been working in 80 plus degrees? No. Yeah, it's getting up to 80 degrees in like the next half hour here. I'm glad I'm inside. I've been really tired, but it's because I am the manual AC. I am the cheap air conditioning option. So I wake up multiple times through the morning when it's over 75. If it's under 75, it's not too bad. If it's over 75, I basically wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to crack the window and like let it cool down. And then I have to wake up to close the window because otherwise the sun and the hot air comes in. So I'm just like, ugh. It's it's disruptive for my sleep, but it's more disruptive for it to be way too heckin' hot. Okay, so this is like, what the fuck is going on here? It's a messy sketch, so I'm trying to like figure out exactly what they're doing. Okay, so we've got basically this is like, yeah, so it's like a folded wrinkled part. I got that much right. Goes down and back up at an angle that matches this one, and they're broader, maybe. All right. Crisscross front part there. Right here. Guess that makes these further out. It's fine. So then this one, I want it to be, yeah. Okay, And then on the front, like this little sliver here, and it's got bands of red. Same thing on the other side. It's so crazy. I definitely had art block the other day because I couldn't even figure this out. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Now I'm like, okay, I just gotta take a minute, but I can pick at it and kind of figure like what's where, what's what. But my brain was just not with the program yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. You get that, you leave your window open all night and then close it when you get up at 5 a.m. so when you get home it's cool in your room. Yeah. I cannot afford to run the AC. Ooh. So I have a basement now. And basically, the one day it was like 85 and it was only down to like 60 degrees that night. So in the morning, I couldn't really get it any cooler in the house than like 62 to 65. Like it warmed up really fast too. So like my hard work trying to cool the place down, I was like, it feels like it's getting warmer in here. And I'm like, holy crap, it's like hotter a whole hour sooner this morning. So I had to get my buns going. I have to make sure I shut all the blinds too. Like sometimes in the evening, I'll open up the blinds in my room so I can see. But at night, it's like whatever. I don't necessarily have to close them. But then if I don't close them at night, I gotta make sure I come in the morning to like shut the big blinds, the weatherproof ones. And oh, I dug those little bitches out for our other windows and it helps so much. Like I'm mad I didn't put them up in the winter, but we just moved in, so it was hard. But I got some of the blackout curtains that are also the thick, like weatherproof, weather resistant. I'm not sure what the word for that is. Because that makes me think of like tents and shit. But you know what I mean. The ones that are like thick as hell and they don't let light through. And so I put some of those up because they keep the heat out. So the few windows that get the most sun, I tried to place them over and it helped so much. Cause like, no, it's been too hot. Been too hot. I don't like it. My partner's from California, so he's used to a lot more like warm weather. And so I'm just like, oh, I'm fucking dying. And he's like thriving. I'm just like, oh my god. It's not the weather for me, especially because it came on like real fast. There was like no transition. We went right from spring to fucking summer in like 2 weeks. It went from like being 55 to 58. The warm day was 62 degrees. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, here comes an 80-degree day and another one and a 90-degree day and some 70-degree weather. And I'm like, it is May. It is May. And my rhubarb is scorched like it's August. What is going on? I'm scared of my rhubarb. Or that sounds excessive. I have food issues, and basically I don't know what food. If it's not related to other food, I don't know whether or not I can eat it, and apparently rhubarb is in a group that has other stuff I haven't tried, or it's on its own, I can't remember. But when I looked it up, I was like, oh gosh, it's in the unknown zone. So I have to have, like, I have to be feeling brave. Maybe feel like I'm caught up enough to deal with a bad day. and then I'll find out if I can have rhubarb. Cause oh man, I miss strawberry rhubarb pies, and I've been growing my own strawberries and raspberries, and I'm just like, oh, I want to make a homemade raspberry rhubarb. Well, raspberry doesn't sound that bad either, but a strawberry rhubarb pie. But I gotta find out if I can even eat it. I guess a delicious pie would be the way to find out. Alright, so that looks a bit better for the outfit. I just need to go and add like this up along under here. You can't see it, but when I erase this out, we should be able to. Yes, there we go. And let's reduce this a bit so I can see. Sweet. It's out. Okay. All right. Stripes back on. And let's see if I reduce my sketch, what this looks like. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sketch everything in. I'll leave her hair undone. But I think everything else will be fine. And we'll see. If I hate it, it'll be on its own layer, and I can just delete it. Okay. Let's go. I got this. All right. It's just, I think it's just the edge. Yeah. All right. It's just crazy. I was struggling so hard with this, and like today it's not so bad. I just I just had to warm up and shake the rust off. Like it sounds like such whatever, like bullshit or just, you know, recycled bullshit advice, but no, for real. Like I've been drawing for so long, and I even still run into days where I just can't really do what I'm trying to do. But it helps to just do some kind of doodling or a study and sleep on it. And then I've tried to work on a pinup that was very, my brain looked at it and said, yes, I want to draw this. And I'm like, okay, we'll work on the thing that's actually inspiring me instead of trying to make myself work through stuff I'm struggling with. Because that only frustrates me further. Art is very frustrating. I think you have to have a lot of patience to deal with it sometimes. Maybe that's why I'm such a patient person. Art has taught me. Art has taught me patience. Gotta wait for paint to dry. Sometimes you gotta sleep on it or draw stuff again or come back to it. And sometimes you're just not ready and you need more training. All right, That's just mostly covered by the hair. I don't think I needed... Yeah, not much to do. It's looking good. I think I can do most of the wrinkles and stuff with the shading, so I won't worry about too much. I'll just give myself kind of some guidelines. And then, go. Kind of go and join over here. Yeah. Got 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4 would not be visible. Did I make it boob shaped enough? These are real questions that I ask myself. All right. I'm happy with that. For the mobile home, you're going to get those thick curtains for it? For sure, especially if you've got such a small space. Any heat or cool that you can retain would be awesome. Especially because I imagine with the right air conditioning and the right insulation, you could cool it down really fast and it would stay cool for a while. There was snow on the ground, and same day it was like 90 degrees. It really sucked. I remember that. Just like major temperature fluctuation. Very much that for a lot of things. You just have to leave it and come back tomorrow. Sometimes great for studying, learning, and new skills. Exactly. Sometimes your brain is just not receptive to new information, or you've already shoved as much as you can into it already. Like, it's happened to me with editing videos sometimes. I'm like, I mess something up and it's not happening right. So I'll Control Z until I've got like the fresh road to travel on next time, and I save it and I'm just like, okay, I'm too tired for this right now. And 9 times out of 10, the next time I open it up and I try, I'm able to do whatever I was trying to do. I just like maxed out on what I was able to at the time. I think it's like, it's really hard to acknowledge when you hit your limit like that though. Like, especially if you're trying to like cram for a test and you don't really have extra time to sleep on stuff. But that's where I suppose you just brush up on the stuff you are struggling with the most and do your best. So, it's got a bunch of... Cool. Night song inspires all. But like for real, she wasn't technically next in the queue for me to work on. Like, I skipped ahead to work on that. And I used to feel really bad about doing that. But look at me now. I'm working on the shit I was trying to, but struggled and stalled out on. So, like, yeah, I maybe deviated from what I wanted to work on and what was first in line. But ultimately, by following drawing something that inspired me and I felt passionate about working on, it helped me get through that rusty phase so that I can work on these ones. And I think half the reason I was even frustrated with these at all was because I was trying to work on them while I was rusty. Like, when I first started, I very much so was trying to do, like, commission slots one at a time. So, like, if I had, like, 5 slots, I would do number 1, then number 2, then number 3, in that order, and I would not start the next one until I had finished the previous one. And it basically set me up to get so frustrated that it was really hard. But at that time, I was working my day job, so it didn't matter. It wasn't my income. They were just like passively things I was doing through the month on my weekends because I liked drawing. And so I was trying to like play around and see if I could have any side income and, like, you know, not be going paycheck to paycheck every day. And that's just, it's not where it went. But it was just like, once I had to rely on commissions for work from day to day, it made it so I had to find a system so I could keep working, even if I did get frustrated or flustered. I did this weird. Do I try to do what it has there? Do I do... whatever. Alright, I'll just stick with what... I won't do anything extra there, and if it looks weird, I'll adjust it with the flats and come back and do the line art over it. She looks really gaunt. I don't feel like I made her look gaunt. I could. God, Fable. Fable. That's a game. So, oh god, I want to play Fable again so bad. I just remember Crunchy Chicks and eating Crunchy Chicks making you evil, and I would have a bunch of food if I could, and I would eat stuff that would make me more evil aligned or more good aligned to get into like the different doors. So like to get into one door you had to be completely evil or some shit. So I just like ate a bunch of Crunchy Chicks after chicken punting. I really want to play Fable again. I really, really, really want to play Fable again. It was so, like, I wish that there was more impact on the world, because it made it feel like, oh, your choices matter. And that was one of the coolest things I thought about it. But when you play it, you kind of find out, okay, it's not really... Like, there are some impacts your gameplay had, but not as much as, like, I really, really had hoped. And I understand, like, it's a video game. They kind of had some limitations. But I would have totally have loved to seen it be, like, a huge RPG. Where like all of your, not all of your interactions, but like a bigger chunk had a bigger influence on what happens. I think it got better about it in the later games. I can't remember exactly. But like, I remember playing Fable and Fable 2, and I can't remember what else, if there was a third one, but I don't know if I got to play that one. But like, holy crap. I totally forgot about it. But that was one of my favorite games when it came out, just because like, I don't know. It was crazy too. Like, I feel like it's so hard to be like completely good aligned in that game. I tried so hard to just have like a halo and the butterflies and shit by being just like the pure goody, but like whenever I'd get stuck in combats or stuff, I can't remember if like when you'd kill other players or whatever, like dumb stuff would make you more evil aligned, and it was really hard to avoid it. But like my dad somehow was just like butterflies and halos, and I'm just like, how did you do this? And I just remember thinking it was super cool, and I tried to do it again and I still couldn't, and I asked and he just laughed. Oh. Yeah, remember what else was like, I'm trying to remember more of the mechanics and shit about the game. It's been so long. All right, I think I'm happy with that. So let's see how this looks when I bring it all back up. Oh, where that was chaos. Okay, so I'll just tidy that up a little bit more, and I think we made it. All right, so let's make sure this is all filled in. I guess erase this out. That's a hole. All right. All right. This is going. Okay. All right, so let's this out here. All right. All right, I think we are good to shade. All right, give me just 1 second. It was so overhyped by the dev. Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like my expectations were really high for the game. However, I feel like I played the game. Granted, I was pretty young, so like, I don't know if I was the most stern critique, but
it felt like it was fun, and it wasn't until I got like partway through the game or towards the end of the game where I was like, wait, I thought that this would be more like that, or I would have more impact, or, you know, something of that effect, but I enjoyed it generally. I remember, oh God, do I seriously? Yes? Come on. Bet. What year was it? At some point I drew my fucking characters. Oh my God. Oh, come on. Shit, I drew Monster Girls before I knew Monster Girls were gonna be cool. I drew a Monster Girl comic. Okay, well, I know what I'm gonna go put on Discord later. We'll see if it's any good. I'm not gonna read it right now. I was just trying to see if I could find... No. Alright, I'll find it and I have to put it in Discord. I actually drew my, my Fable characters way back when. I want to say it was Fable 2 because I remember it being a chick, and I don't think you had the option to play a female character in the original. I think that was in the second. But at that point, I was brave enough to try drawing people. It wasn't very good, but good for me. It was the start of a journey. All right. So got some fabric? Question mark? Yes. I mean, it's all fabric, I guess. Oh, okay, I'm shading stuff backwards right now. That's what's going on. I usually like to start with a darker base and shade the light on top of it, unless I'm doing traditional work, because you just kind of have to do it the other way. I'm like, why is this feeling weird? Ah, because I'm doing it weird. All right. I like it. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this, but I'll start out with a darker shade. I like to go for a cooler tone, and then I'll go down and over to the left. Kind of just play around somewhere in that color spectrum. It looks kind of green, but it's kind of like a pale... Yeah, that's roughly the right color. So, let me grab my thick paint. Just really enjoyed how it would sometimes snap to spooky and horror at any moment. Right? Oh, the town with the werewolves was one of my favorites. Like that whole storyline. Ooh, it's been so long. I'm not actually sure what the storyline was. I just remember loving that part. It was one of the earlier game levels, I think. But there's some sort of like werewolves or something that's like attacking, and you have to go and take them down. But like... I want to play it again now. So bad. Alright, so I'm going to do cooler tone. Down and shift it over. If I'm like doing stuff with a particular environment, I like to draw, like, if it's a warmer shade or a cooler shade, I'll kind of draw influence from the background
but if it's like a portrait or a bust where there's not too much of a background to draw from, this is kind of like my staple way of selecting colors. And kind of sticking with the color drop to stay true to the colors, but also getting some kind of environmental or like depth just to the colors. Like, I was totally stuck last week, and then now I'm like, okay, I finished 1, on to finishing number 2, and then we'll be heading over to number 3. That's feeling hecka accomplished. All right. So how do I want to do this? She's probably got up here is going to be hitting some higher points. And then maybe like down here where her cheeks are. The bridge of her nose, probably. Just trying to think of where the high points are and where the light would be hitting them the most. I haven't really established a great light source in this one, but I'm kind of just going fun with like the painterly style with the hair and such, so trying to embrace some of that more than making everything perfect. All right. I always feel bad when I get quiet during like drawing streams, but it's part of the process of zoning in. I lose my train of thought sometimes, or I space out, and the only thing that's in my brain is the shapes, the colors, the volume. I get lost in my art. It means I'm in the zone, and it's good. But I hope it doesn't make for a boring stream if I'm not chatting as much. Just, I like streaming when I work, and I thought I would give it a try on YouTube. Alright, I think... Like, I did not expect to be drawing, Fable fan art. Like, if I were to guess what stuff I would have been working on for the busts, I was surprised by Cortana, and I was surprised by Teresa. I'm just like, yes. I've never really been into the Halo games that much, but I've always thought Cortana looked really neat. My throat is getting really scratchy, so I'm gonna zap my coffee in the microwave real quick. So I've got something warm to soothe my voice, and then I'll just pop the kettle on so I can make some tea. And apparently I have an incoming call. Oh god, there we go. I was talking to myself. All right. Add some highlights. Actually, maybe like some golden highlights because she's got a very bright, like sunny yellow highlight on her skin. Yeah. So instead of a pale blue, we'll go with a pale yellow. Match those warm highlights. How many times do I get asked to draw Morrowind fan art? So far, I believe you're one of the only ones. So once again, I guess I have, yeah, no, it was Morrowind. I drew my Argonian, and I drew my... God. I drew my Argonian and I drew my Khajiit, and that is why I cannot deny if somebody is like, are you a furry? I can be like, no, but like 10 out of 10 times if there's a beast race in a game, I'm playing that. I'm like, why be a people? I can have cat ears? I'm like, ah, fuck. All right, so back and erase. All right. You think Wizards is slowly realizing that their fan base is full of furries and monster lovers? Did you see? Did you see the ninja rats in the Kamigawa set? I love them. I love them all. They're so cute. I just want to put them in a deck. One day I will have a rat deck. One day. One day. But like, come on. You try and tell me Ajani is not some sort of furry bait beefcake. Like, pff, got DILF written all over him. Come on. Like, Wizards. You're not even subtle. All right. The stained glass lands in the Dominaria Reunited set are just so ridiculously gorgeous, and I need them. All right. I think that's also like oh, play Warhammer 40k, and I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at all the armies, and I'm like, can I be Skaven? And it's like, no, you can't be Skaven. I'm like, okay. What about these centaurs people? Like, no, those are from Warhammer 30k. I'm like, what? Like, you can't play those. They're in a different game. You have to pick one of these armies. And I'm like, flips the table. Like, where's the furries? Give me the cat girl army. That's it. That's it. I have snapped. I have all the control of all the things in all the world. I am going to take my sisters of battle, and they are all going to have cat ears. It is over. I am doing it. I am calling it now. Hold me to it. My sisters of cat girl battle. I need it. I need it so bad now. Like, I thought of it jokingly, and as it left my mouth, I'm like, this is no longer a joke. They are all going to have cat ears now. You'll be happy to give me your rat deck, although Ink Eyes is your wife and you're keeping her. Didn't they do a new... They did a reprint of Ink Eyes, didn't they? In the Kamigawa set? Or am I misremembering? But like, oh, that card is so cool. They're so cute. Let me see real quick. Hold on. I've got a bunch of junk cards and I want to fuck around and like do some alters. I was sorting cards and I found some really fucking cool alters where you can barely tell. Like the color matching with the paint is so good, I could barely tell. And this is from someone who, like, if something's off, we went to 3 different Walmarts because I wanted 3 pillows, and we went to one and it had slightly different shades of brown for the pillows. And I'm like, no, I need the same shade. So we drove to a whole nother Walmart, and we're talking like, this is like couple of notches off on the color scale. It's not even a huge difference. So I feel like I have a pretty keen eye for that kind of stuff. Is there a new print of her? I don't know. I don't see. I only see the Betrayers of Kamigawa, which is the original. Ugh, I should draw Ink Eyes. Hello, dum dum. Ink Eyes cosplay? I don't know. I'm gonna go sit in my corner. I need something to do for fun past commissions. So like anything that I kind of want to make into a cosplay, my brain just kind of sets on fire and goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, well, all right, hold on. Because I've been doing it to literally everything. I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I want to cosplay that. Ooh, that's cool. I want to cosplay that. And I'm like, okay, you only got so much foam, so much time, and so much wall space. You gotta pick. But I can't. I could make a Lathiel. Like, I guess. I don't know. It would be like a human version. I mean, unless I want to make a fucking unicorn quad suit. That doesn't sound like a bad idea either. I keep making jokes about dumb stuff that would be dumb, and I'm like, no, that actually sounds like I kind of want to do it. Sure, I'll show up to a magic convention in a fucking unicorn quad suit. Have you seen Lathiel's horn? It is the coolest unicorn horn this unicorn nerd has ever seen in my unicorn-saturated life. And I have too much foam. I have furniture foam. I could build a quad suit. The issue would be the amount of fur to cover it later, but I'm pretty sure the PVC to build some of it would be easy enough. Maybe I should just make a Lathiel fursuit. A quad suit sounds like my shoulders will be mad and I want to not get a migraine. I just need to do something. I haven't been to a convention since before the pandemic. Since the before times. And it would be really fun to just get out, and it's always really fun to share. Like, I get the same reward out of cosplay as I do when I make stuff out of metal and do like when I wear the jewelry that I've made and I'm out and about and someone goes, oh wow, I really like your necklace. And I'm like, thanks, I made it. And they're like, what? You made that? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And like just inside, it's like, it's the equivalent of getting the head pats. And I'm just like, yeah, I did good. And it's that tiny little nugget that just makes me happy. Like all my time and my efforts making something that's unique and cool to me, and for someone else to be like, I think that's pretty neat. I'm like, thanks. Oh, the cutest thing. So I went to SakuraCon and I was in my Barbarian Zarya cosplay, and I was walking to the convention center, and this lady comes up to me and she goes, "Excuse me, I don't know what's going on here, but my kids think that like your outfit is the coolest thing ever." And I was like, "Oh, there's a convention down the street and we're just like a bunch of nerds dressing up like cool characters." And she's like, "That's so cool. My kids think that like this is the neatest thing ever. Can they get a picture with you?" And like I hadn't even got to the convention center yet. And like these kids were just like fucking stoked. They were so excited. And they were like, "Wow, you made it yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, you can make whatever you want too. Like, you gotta believe in yourself." And it's just crazy. And it's so fun to instill that kind of wonder. But then I went to the convention center and I couldn't walk more than 5 feet without someone asking to stop and take my picture. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, it's my first cosplay." And they're like, "That's your first cosplay?" And I'm like, "Yes. Don't judge me. I've been a craft gremlin for like 2 decades. It's not fair, the amount of skills I brought into making the costume." I'll just do it. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like what the picture was. That's fine. It's like gold chains and dangly. Alright, so anyways. I definitely feel that kind of fun and excitement when I get to make a cosplay and somebody recognizes it or is just super excited about it. And so I feel like doing jewelry and doing cosplay kind of give me a similar like the similar internal head pats where I'm like, I did a thing and it's tangible, you know, because it's fun when you beat a game or like, you know, do something like that. But at the end of the day, when you, I don't know, finish beating Dark Souls, do you have anything from that? Do you look around your room and see a trophy of the time that you know, fucking busted your ass beating that game and, you know, how many other people also beat the game? Like, it's not cool, but it doesn't give me personally the same reward as when I spend all the time into making something and I can look around my room and I can see it and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's cool. I made that. That's where the Skuttz gets the dopamine. It also makes me really happy. Like for Christmas, I like to make friends and family Christmas ornaments. But sometimes they're not like the best because in the same way I was talking about feeling stale with my art and like just wanting to try stuff, sometimes I just fucking try stuff. And one of my best friend's mom loves my art and she thinks it's so cool, and so she's always like, I'd make something for my friend and she'd be like, "Hey mom, look at what Skuttz made me." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And she looks at me and she's like, "Where's mine?" And I'm like, all right. Because, I mean, to be fair, she's like one of those people who throughout the year just collects shit for like Christmas. So when Christmas comes around, even when we had some really tight, shitty Christmases, my bestie's mom would just be like, "Oh, here's this," and she'd like throw us all these dumb little gifts and stuff, and it's not huge stuff. And the one year it was literally, she got me a package of socks and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, whatever, it's socks." And I was about ready to cry. I'm like, these are my favorite socks and all my current socks have holes in them and this is the best thing ever. And, you know, so it means a lot to me that she's really thoughtful and like she cares that we're friends with her, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can grow up but your parents are still the same way. When you have best friends, it doesn't matter if you're fucking 18 or fucking 25. Like, they're pseudo siblings in your parents' eyes. If you're good to it's like if you're good to my kid, then you're part of the herd. And so I just started making her some silly little Christmas stuff, and like I made her one of the good ones. Like, it came out good. And so I already felt like at least I was giving her an ornament that didn't look totally whacked out. And I was like, ooh, I want to try to make her this peacock. So I took all these feathers and I had this grand idea, and I tried to make it with like pipe cleaners and green sequins. And I wanted to make this little like snowy peacock with green sequin, like peacock tail feathers. And picturing it in my head all over again, I can see where I was trying to go with it. It should have looked cute. It came out so derpy, so wonky. And I was like, welp, this is what I have now. And I was like, she's already getting a good ornament. I might as well give her the derpy ornament. And then when I went over the next Christmas, I saw my derpy little peacock on the tree, and I was just like, "Aw!" And it was fun to make, and I love it. Like, now every Christmas I go over and I see my little peacock on the tree, it makes me happy. Just because it wasn't great didn't mean that it wasn't meaningful, and it didn't mean that she didn't appreciate that I made it for her. So it's just like, it's that reminder that stuff doesn't always have to be perfect. It is the thought that counts. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when we're trying to like give art as a gift, or like, hell, I even do it when I'm doing commissions, I put 10 times into commissions what I do for art for myself at any given time. I don't think I've ever put the amount of effort I do into my commissions into my own personal art. Like, I haven't. And the only time I have is when someone commissions me to draw my own character. So I'm working on it. But I'm just really grateful that for the time being, I can just enjoy the characters I do get to draw. Like, I don't know. I keep saying this. I feel sappy being like, oh, I like this character. Oh, I like this character. I like this character. But like, for real, if I didn't feel like I would have fun drawing a character, I wouldn't take the commission. So if there's anything about the character that I can find to enjoy or have fun drawing, I totally will. And so it's just kind of about locking on to the thing or the feature that I find the most appealing or the most fun. And it's just interesting. All right, I want to play with the hair a little bit, I guess. We're doing it because I can. I want to, so we're gonna. I always admire people who can do like wispy, whimsical hair. And I'm just like, that's just not me. This is the closest I get. This is the closest I get. What? But when you can't pee because of all the... what? Context. What's going on? If a single person asks to take a picture with you for your cosplay, it's the best thing ever. It gives all the dopamine. But when you can't pee because of all the photo requests... oh my god. So... basically, the first year I went in my Zarya cosplay, I was so, like, I was getting stopped constantly. And I could tell that my bestie was jealous and kind of like, not jealous, not like, ugh, why, but it was just one of those things where it's like she wanted a cosplay that would get people to stop and want to ask her to take pictures too. And so the next year we worked it out where she purchased my ticket. And in exchange, I helped put together her costume, and her boyfriend cosplayed from Goblin Slayer. So she did the witch and he did Goblin Slayer, and I'd already done the Barbarian Zarya cosplay. So like at that point they're like, are you sure? Are you going to be able to make that? And I'm like looking at how relatively basic Goblin Slayer's outfit is compared to what I did and like patterned out for the Barbarian outfit. I was like, I fucking got this. And so they were looking pretty awesome. I was decked out. My armor was painted. like it hadn't been the year prior. I love it when I just say certain words completely fucked up. I'm like, I know how to say it. And I didn't say prior. I'm like, prior. Like, all right, good job. You tried. You don't get a gold star, but I showed up. But it was crazy. We couldn't get anywhere. It was just nonstop. Can we get a picture? Can we get a picture? And it was crazy because you'd had people who'd recognize where the outfits are from, but then you would also have people who were like, "Ooh, I don't know where you guys are from, but can we get your picture?" And like, because they were from the same anime and I'm from a video game, I would step to the side, you know, thinking that they wanted just the Goblin Slayer outfits, and they'd just be like, no, they wave me back in. They're like, get back in, like you guys all look so cool. And I'm like, they don't even care we're all in the same franchise or not. They're just like, these costumes are sweet. I'm like, this is so much fun. And we were tired by the end of the day. I think Sunday we went Sunday they went a little toned down. Sunday I couldn't, because Sunday was the Overwatch photo shoot, and so I had to dress up so SakuraCon always does Easter weekend, because I think it's one of the cheapest ones for them to operate or something. So the main issue that I then have with that is was that basically I dressed up in all makeup, like hardcore for the photo shoot, and like, because it's Easter weekend on Sunday, almost nobody is there because they're doing Easter stuff for the holiday. Everybody's doing family shit. So I was like, dang it. But it was pretty fun, and I got some pretty good pictures out of the photo shoot, so it was good. It was good. Plus, it was an excuse to just dress up one more time, you know? I put so much work into that cosplay, I might as well have worn it again. 40k has Necrons, but that's the thing about models. You can add bits to make them yours. That's fair. You've seen some based fan art of Ink Eyes. That's how you found out she's a magic card. Ah. I should also draw some based fan art of Ink Eyes. You've got cosplay plans out for years now, right? It's so fun. Skitari are the best Catboys girls. Is that? What are Skitari? Hold on. Nope, can't spell. What? Don't know. Sometimes when you fat finger something, when you Google shit, you might as well just walk away from it. Like, don't know what just happened. What are they? Uh-oh, beeping, the beeping. All right, there we go. I stopped the beeping. Wait. What are the Skitari then? They don't look like furries to me. All right, so I think this might be done. Maybe a few more like yellow highlights. But yeah, I like it. So, let's see, what do I want to do for a background? She's got some like reds and browns. Maybe like a desaturated blue. You and like 12 friends were all different Pokemon trainers. None of the cosplays were super amazing, but some of them were pretty dang good, and all of you were in the same spot. Oh no. Could you not leave? Were you stuck in the perpetual Pokemon trainer photo shoot? An A for effort. They're metallic friends of the Mechanicus, if you remember correctly. Okay, I was gonna say they looked like Mechanicus. Oh my god, the Mechanicus Adeptus. I think. God, brain. I can't. Because I drew a bust for somebody in some of their armor. I don't know. This is probably the best. Mm-hmm. All right. I think that looks okay. And let's see. Thought it was in there. Is it in this one? It is. Yeah. I was like, all right. I think I can tackle some of the armor. It was pretty fun. One time you were stuck for 2 hours on the floor. Oh no. You're a cosplayer. You go to a convention and everyone likes your cosplay and you're excited and this is like heaven, it's the best day. And as you go, you can't move, you can't go anywhere. Everyone wants to constantly stop you for photos. And eventually you realize you're not in cosplay heaven. You're in cosplay hell. You're hungry, you have to pee, and yet more people just want to take your goddamn photo. You have entered the Twilight Zone. Oh. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna add, yeah, a few more highlights, get everything feeling more cohesive, and I think it's done. That was literally it, though. No, for real, I've been there. Like, okay, but at some point, sometimes if you're like, I have to pee, and you look at them with a face that is desperate, and they're like, and you just start walking away, there's only so much they can do about it. You're like, at this point, if I don't go to the restroom, there won't be a cosplay to take a photo of. All right, so let's go. I want to add okay. Let's see. So I'll just start new layer real quick and I'll go in. We will start adding some. It's not. Okay. And I'm gonna try sipping on my tea because my voice sounds like I've been chewing on a cheese grater. I promise I have not. So does this work? Yeah, those. Mm-hmm. All right, so right, that's all right. So I think I like that good enough. Going in here. She's got a very warm tone. Background's very cool. So maybe I can just kind of try to bring there. I think I like. All right. Sweet. Yeah. Just add a bit more. Oh gosh. Oh, hi. 1 second. All right. Oh, hey. How's it going, Rampage? All right. So. And I think this is doing pretty good otherwise. Oh, except I wanted to go and add something up here. All right. Here we go. There we go. Just add some kind of. Oops, and I picked up the wrong color. Come on. I always hate it when I accidentally hit a button. The color droppers on one of the, what you call it? There's 2 buttons on my tablet pen. One toggles the screen and the other will color drop. So when I do that on accident, it's always fun. Like, yay. I love it. I love it when I do the things I don't mean to do. Fabulous. I think I'm actually gonna take, oops, no. Good, there we go. I wanna take that. I just, of course I can. What am I saying? I just gotta do it. All right, lasso, Control X, Control V. Just want to try. like it. All right. Yes. All right. I think this is gonna be. Oops. That's not. What? Oh no, because I'm erasing. Oh shit. I'm like, why isn't this working? Because I'm doing it different. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got what? Oh, they're sweeping. Okay, so I think after this one's done. Seraphina, if you see anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and start saving the final one here, and I'll boop it over to you. Let's do. Oh, why? Right, so that's 2 busts finished. Let's go ahead and save. And my time limit, but let me double check that I actually need to so let me see. Got this one. Just gonna double check. Once in a while, I'll save something as a PNG, but I forget to save the original file, and then I open up the Clip Studio file, and I'm like, I swear I did more than this. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. You know, yeah, I do have to go ahead and wrap up. I really don't want to stop drawing though. I'm on a roll. I'm into my groove. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's fine. I'm gonna teach a guitar lesson, so I gotta scoot and get stuff ready for that. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I got some work done. I'm happy I got some stuff finished, and I feel like definitely broke through the art block and I'm back in my flow. So thank you so much. I appreciate coming and chilling with me. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. Your stream will stop and you will no longer be live. Yes, OBS, I believe that's what stop stream means.